Country music star and Army veteran Craig Morgan had a special treat for his fans this weekend.
He'll get in if you need it. He'll search if you don't see it.
After performing many of his hits, Morgan put on his military uniform and re-enlisted with the U.S. Army Reserves at age 59.
I will obey the orders.
I will obey the orders
of the President of the United States.
Of the President of the United States.
And the orders.
And the orders.
Of the officers appointed over me.
Of the officers appointed over me.
In accordance with regulations.
In accordance with regulations.
And the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
And the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
He previously served for 17 years, including nearly a decade of active duty. Right now, Craig Morgan joining me with Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn, who worked with the Army to allow Craig to re-enlist. They are in focus. Thank you both for being here. And Craig, thank you for a second time for your service. How did it feel to go through that ceremony at 59?
It was very exciting. I have a lot more experience now than I had then.
Yeah.
A lot to look forward to, but I was honored, humbled. I'm grateful for this opportunity, and my hopes are that I can inspire others to do the same.
Well, and that's indeed, you were staff sergeant before, and now I understand you're a warrant officer. You're attached to the U.S. recruitment effort, and it's needed now more than ever. Senator, I was reading this morning, the Wall Street Journal reports the Army is expected to end the year 15,000 recruits short of its goal. A recent poll shows confidence in the military hitting a 20-year low. Just 60% of Americans have a great deal or quite a lot of confidence in the military. The last time it was lower than that was back in 1988. Senator.
Yes, it is of such concern, and Craig and I were visiting about a year ago about this very issue and about what he could do to help with morale in the Army and help with recruitment and help young people to realize you can go in the Army, you can be all that you can be. And it is so exciting to know that he is going to be out there traveling, speaking, entertaining, and doing this to talk about the goodness of this great country and to talk about why it is so important to put others before yourself.
Craig, tell me about that message you want to take to young people so you can get them to follow in your footsteps. They love the country, but now they've got to take the leap of living that patriotism.
Well, I've been a firm believer all of my life in putting your money where your mouth is. Do what if you like our country, if you love our country, if you have any passion about it whatsoever, there's no greater way to show that than to serve it. And whether you agree or disagree with administration or certain things that are going on in the world, there's nothing like the opportunity and the friendships, the relationships, the leadership training, all of the assets that are afforded you by serving in the military. I just want to do everything that I can to encourage young men and women, as well as professionals. That's the great thing about the Army Reserves. You could be a doctor, a lawyer, any other occupation that of need, and still serve your country 1 week in the month, 2 weeks out of the year, and be there in the event that our primary Army, the Army active duty, if they have to deploy, then as citizens, we can stand in for them when they're gone, or maybe even support them over there if the case arises.
Talk to me about the physicality of this, though. Yeah, you may only be in there a few weeks a year, but you've got to be ready 365. How hard is it at 59? You look fabulous, and so do you, Senator. But at 59, how hard is it to go through the rigors of then re-enlisting?
It's not hard. Listen, I'm fascinated by some of the remarks that people make comparing, at 59, it's just biology. You can't compare to a 35 or 40-year-old. I challenge that 35 or 40-year-old to come hang with me. Come play with me. Come be all you can be. And I'm not saying that in a negative or derogatory. I'm saying that in a motivational spirit. I want you to see. And the Army affords you an opportunity to be healthy like you really no other way in other ways you can't. Again, so many opportunities. I feel great I'm in better shape now than I was when I got out of the Army. And that is the honest to God's truth, because I pay a lot of attention to my health. I pay a lot of attention to my mental, my physical, my emotional, my spiritual well-being. And I want to encourage everyone to try to do the same. And you can serve your country while doing that. And there's no greater
Amen.
feeling, I assure you.
We will have you both back. I do want to say this. You're also going to be working with the U.S. Army Band. So they get a twofer with you. Senator
right.
and Craig, thank you so very much. God bless you both, and thank you for your service.